since that first bit of filming. I have washed my hair, and a storm came up, and I still have the door open a little bit because the trees were kind of going like this. So, but it seems to be calming down now, so I can kind of finish this video. And my hair is nice and sopping wet, and I have combed through it once. It was really massively curly. And the reason I got this idea is because there were two different influencers that have a larger following than I do that did this about a year or two ago, depending upon the influencer. And I thought it was kind of zany when they did it, and I guess it was a good way to not go to a salon if you needed your hair cut or something, but I just was like, I don't know if I'll ever do that. Well, here we are, and I'm going to do it. And I have been considering it for a while because my hair has gone really long since my last visit, which was maybe a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. Maybe it's more or less, I don't know. But anyway, I had gone back to my original stylist to do the kind of style that I've been trying to go through, which is a V shape in the back and long, like I have it. Unfortunately, I have this little balding spot, so it's really not a good, it's not very accurate of it. And once I got my veneers, I kind of started this before I got my veneers, after I retired, or maybe even before I retired. And because I like medieval styles and stuff, and I was thinking for Ren fairs and stuff like that, I would have it that way. And I thought I was going to go to a bunch of those. Well, then I got veneers, and that didn't work. And having, you know, it's kind of a blessing that I have a big chunk of my hair that's not there right now like it would normally be, because it's really super heavy and thick, and it kind of bothers my neck. So I thought I was going to have to always have it short. But then the hairstylist that cut it short, my family didn't exactly like the hairstyle when it was super short. And that hairstylist that was closer to me so that I could drive to the salon on my own left. And I just didn't want to get used to a new hairstylist whenever I went in the last time. And because I was really feeling miserable at that point with my veneers. And yet, I was better, but I was really a long way from recovery. A veneers flare like I had is like having a stroke. So it's like I'm about 2 years, almost going on 2 years since I had, maybe it's 3 years since I had the veneers attack, and 2 years of recovery. So, you know, for 1 year I had like lots of backsliding, and then I started PT, and the physical therapy certainly helped a lot, and just slowly I've come back to a sort of new normal, which is much more normal than I ever thought possible 3 years ago. And I'm doing pretty well, but I can always have a flare, so I have to always kind of watch it. And anyway, so I thought, when these ladies did the ponytail haircuts, well, I'd never do that. Well, here I am, and I'm going to do it. Now, the first thing you do is, of course, wash your hair, and then you put it up in a nice high ponytail. And now what I'm going to do, and you kind of make sure that you've got, you know, no real long pieces hanging down anywhere, which I don't. So that's why it's really good when you have it wet. I'm going to check. I can't feel anything, so I'm good. I see a little long thing there, but I'm not going to be cutting that short. That's pretty short, and it's in the ponytail. So this is why you go like this, and you take a comb or a brush that you can use with wet hair. I'm using this nice wide comb that I just acquired to just really smooth it down. And I'm going to be putting it right in front so that I can see what I'm doing, because I'm doing this myself. Now I'm going to try to get that V, but I'm going to cut it much more than I thought I was going to. Originally I thought I'd just do a little snip, but I'm going to really cut it quite a bit, because it's so long that I can probably go in. My hair grows super fast, and sometime at the end of summer, I can go in, or I can have actually my son-in-law cut my daughter's hair once and did a good job, so maybe I'll have him do it. Because it's not like rocket science to do my hair. But I'm going to try to do this sort of V thing. Now, I see that it's like kind of like a real little tip, and it's not going to be perfect, definitely not, but I'm going to cut it, not so that it's straight. I'm gonna do it kind of low because I don't wanna. Now, I think what they usually do is they put another band on it, and I don't know if I should do that. I forgot to bring another hairband, and I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put another hairband so that I can really see what I'm doing. So I will be back. So I can smell the cherry almond shampoo that my stylist used last time that I purchased from Amazon. As I'm doing this, and I wash my hair right now with this cherry almond shampoo and conditioner that I purchased. And that's one thing nice about not going to the beauty salon is I don't mind spending also, on the hair products. I mean, before I was spending sometimes a lot on hair products, and then, I retired, so I couldn't do that as much. Now, thinking to myself, I don't want to have this twist too much, so let's just do that a little bit better there. And I really don't want to do it straight across. I want that V shape. So what I'm going to do is this way I will make sure I'm not cutting any more than from below here. So I've got this to work with. I won't get it too short. Because I really don't, I like to be able to put it up in a bun, messy bun, as some people call it. But I like to be able to do that because we're going to be in the summer months, and I find that that's actually better for me than shorter hair, unless it's super short. And we already established my family doesn't like it that short. So I am going to cut it, but I'm not going to cut it straight across. I'm going to try to cut it in a V. So don't know if this is even possible to do. Maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it straight across, and then I'm going to shape it a little bit. Okay, so we have that much cut off. And it's kind of like, looks like a little paintbrush, but it's not very good. So now I'm going to shape it. Seems like it was a little bit easier to do my husband's hair. I thought this was going to actually be easier than his, but guess not. And now I'm going to do the same on this side. And before you say, "Ugh," and you're going to eat off that table, no, I will disinfect it. Don't worry. We disinfect this table a lot because I have cats. So, and right now it's kind of like a catch-all for everything. My husband and I tend to like to eat in front of the TV. It's not such a great thing to do. Sometimes I've cleaned it off though. This year has been our first year really always alone. And since we were first married. And so that's over 30 years that we really haven't been alone as much as we have this year. Oh gosh, this is really bad. I have a feeling this is not going to be very pretty. Oh gosh, it's not working at all to do that, but well, I think I'm gonna have to forget the idea of doing the V shape. I know my hairstylist takes a while to get it, so I mean, like, for me to think I could get this right, that was probably a little bit of a really silly idea. It'll be fun to see how it turns out. I mean, I've got a lot of hair here that I can still, you know, cut that much more off, but I'm not going to do it. Or have my husband trim it, right? I mean, he now thinks I'm his free hairstylist. I guess I'm going to be doing it all the time, according to him. I don't know. Except he's having me move 190 some miles away, so I don't think so. I'm supposed to be living kind of with my daughter in a few months, so. No, I'm not separating or anything. It's not anything like that. It's just he has to work here and look after my mom, and I'm going to help her when she and her husband have their work schedules conflict. So it's not a permanent separation or anything. It's just when for a while, because he cannot get a job there that has the kind of income he has in the area of his expertise. So, and he's not old enough to retire yet, so we are going to have a funky lifestyle for a bit, but people do it all the time. I had professors that did this all the time and would commute every once in a while, had their own little apartment for work. And in fact, my daughter-in-law and son, when I retired, were trying to get me to apply in Milwaukee schools and live down there and teach, which I considered, but then I got Meniere's and such is life. Well, I am not sure how this is going to look. This is going to be funky little layers on the end here, and I still feel like I could do something. Okay, well, this could be interesting. So here's my little pile of hair. Little rat tail I cut off this afternoon. Yay. I'm not gonna miss that at all. And here's what I did. Let's see how this is kind of panning out here. It might not be too bad. Okay, now here's a test. I'm gonna be able to put this up in a bun. I don't know, hopefully. Not much of one. I don't know. Well, let's see what I have here left of my hair. Hope it's not going to be a absolute disaster. It's pretty much shoulder length at least. It is still pretty long. So it's not too bad. Just a little trim. And we'll find out what it hangs like. Like I said, I probably can go a little shorter if I wanted to. And maybe I will, but this is a first step. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna put this back up. And I'm gonna get to probably see my little baldy spot, but that's okay. I've thought of shaving one side, but I still have some weird spots right now, so I'm not doing that. And I'm gonna put this back up. And then I'm going to show you how. I have naturally wavy hair, a lot of body in it, and with the gray it got even curlier. So see how curly that gets in just like a little bit of time. Okay, as it dries anyway. So, and sometimes I just do that. I'll put my fingers through it a lot and scrunch it up. In the summer, particularly, looks like I got a hanging one here. Didn't get everything. Oh well. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting this into little curls. I'm not even going to worry about that one that I'd missed because I'll just stick that in its own little curl. But I'm going to put pins in, and I will do this. Sometimes my husband will go, "Did you fix your hair different or something? Why is that?" And it'll look kind of 40s-ish sometimes. I don't know that I will today. So I'm not going to be spending a whole lot of hair here. I'll just stick up in a pin here. Okay. I have kind of a mess there, but that's okay. Yeah, see, a few other little spots here. I can just sort of bend it a little bit. And there we go. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will show you an after picture maybe tomorrow. I'll film a little bit more and show you what my hair looks like a day after all of this and how I like it with it actually down. So we'll see you soon in like a second for you. It's the next day, and I just wanted to show you what my hair looks like. And it is even enough on the sides. It has a little layers going on here, which is okay. Then I'm going to let you see the back. If you look at the back in the mirror, it's not the V shape it was. It's not straight across either. So it has kind of like a natural line. Certainly enough for a beautician to work with if I go into a beauty shop the next time, or I just might do a little more bobbing myself. I haven't decided yet. The main thing is I like to wear my hair in a bun, and I'm going to show you how that goes with this. I've got my usual messy bun, which tucked in very nicely with this shorter length and behind view. I wear my hair this way because it's just easier for me. I can't sit in beauty, my hair grows really fast, and I can't sit in beauty shops anymore to get my hair done every month or every 3 weeks if I have a shorter haircut. And bangs would require that. So I just can't do it with my Meniere's disease and my neck degeneration. It literally hurts when I'm in the sink, and I can get dizzy spells in it. It could do more damage to me than anything. So that's why I kind of do this. So I very limitedly go to a hair salon to get my hair done. And the other thing is I had reconstructive surgery on this eye, and it doesn't look abnormal. It looks nice. It looks even, in fact, with my other eye. But it doesn't close exactly like that. There's more matter, or, you know, like my allergies affect it more or something. And it's still healing, I guess, even after a year, slightly. And I can't get hair in the eye. It just really bothers it. So I'm just too active, believe it or not, as an old lady. I'm too active to be messing with my hair a lot. So I like to get it out of my space. If I had a stylist every day, maybe that would be a different story, where I had a ton of money to just spend on hairdressers, like weekly. It would be fine. But this is what is working for me right now. I've had my hair in just about every style imaginable, and some look nicer than others, and they all look okay. And this is how I don't mind looking as I'm older, but I do like this bun to get up high like this on top of my head. So I'm really happy that I'm able to achieve that with this haircut and have it be easier to manage to get into the bun too. So I think I've got that sweet spot right now in length, but of course none of us are going to hair salons right now, right? Anyway, see you soon. Hope you enjoyed this. Bye.